now, as usual, let's do a quiz here, right? Some basic questions to see what I've learned about the content here, right? Let's see, let's go. So, what is the main visual difference of the single crochet compared to other basic stitches like the double crochet? Well, A, can it only be done in circles? No. B, does it always have to be done with 2 loops at the same time? No. C, is it the shortest stitch and does it create a denser fabric? Probably. D, is it the longest and most open stitch? No, that's C. It's the shortest stitch. Because it's a single crochet, it doesn't have extra yarn overs for height, resulting in a firm fabric without many holes, that's right. Question 2. How many loops should you have on the hook to finish a single crochet after inserting the hook into the base stitch and pulling up the yarn? 2, right? 2, 2. The single crochet consists of inserting the hook, pulling up a loop so you have 2, and then pulling through both loops, that's right. 3. When starting a new row of single crochet stitches when working flat, how many turning chains are usually made? 1. See, I learned it well. A single chain provides the exact height needed to align the hook with the top of the new row of single crochet stitches. That's right. 4. Why is the single crochet the most used stitch in making amigurumi? A. Because it uses more yarn and makes the doll heavier? No. B. Because it's the only stitch that lets you use stuffing? Is it the only stitch? I don't know. C. Because it creates a tight weave that keeps the stuffing from showing? Probably. D. Because this stitch is impossible to mess up? I think it's C. It's C. Having the density of the single crochet ensures that the doll stays firm and the inner material isn't visible. Very good. So, will I get a perfect score? What does it mean to crochet only in the back loop, BLO, when making a single crochet? A. Insert the hook only into the half of the V that's farther away? Probably, right? B. Use your finger to pull the yarn instead of the hook? No. C. Is it a way to undo your work? No. D. Cut the yarn and start over? It's probably A. A. This technique creates a raised effect, a horizontal line in the work, often used to create folds or textures. I've seen Instructor Ju mention this technique, but we haven't tried it yet, okay? So, we got a perfect score on our test. So, now let's get to what matters, right? Let's start practicing the single crochet. And to start, right, we need to make a foundation, right? Which is the base, which are the chains we've already taught here. So I'm going to make a base of 10 chains, and I'll be right back to continue the video. So here guys, I made my 10 chains using all the techniques we practiced and learned in the other lessons. And now, to start the row of single crochet, I'm going to make one more chain, just like we saw in the quiz, right? That's to give it the height. And I'm going to insert into the second stitch. So I made one chain to give it height. Now I'm going to insert into the second stitch. So this is the first one. I would insert here in the second. So I give a, no, this one is the yarn here. I pull. And then I have 2 loops like this, as you can see in the video. And then I pull it through both. There you go. This right here is a single crochet. So again, I have a yarn over here, right? On the hook. Then I go into the next stitch, insert and pull through. Then I end up with 2 loops like this. And then I pull it through. You need to position this well. This is something that I think practice will help with. You can't get the hook tip's position wrong, right? On the hook, it has to be well positioned to go through both. That's right, I passed it here. So I'll keep going, always working with this finger close to the piece like I learned at Club du Crochet. So I pulled it. Teacher Ju tells us to move the hook forward enough so we can go through it well, right? You need to handle the hook tip well when pulling it through. It's looking kind of ugly, right? But it's making progress. Here it was on this one, now it's on this one, right? Man, I'm getting kind of lost here, huh? So let's go. Guys, recently someone commented that they've never seen anyone have trouble learning how to make a chain stitch, something like that. And then I started thinking, right? Man, when someone says that, it sounds like they were born knowing how to crochet, right? I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't born knowing how to do anything. I learned everything over the course of my life. I think everything we learn in life has a learning curve, right? It really takes a little time. I really like to study, so yeah, I've already studied some pretty complex subjects, and everything at first has a learning curve, right? Later on, you can even master that subject over time as you keep at it. But I think everything has a beginning, right? I think at the start, we really have to be modest, know how to recognize that we're learning, know how to recognize our limits, our mistakes, and not give up, not let yourself get discouraged by occasional mistakes, by things that might go wrong, or even by what other people might say, right? Because there will always be people trying to bring you down, right? To belittle you. People telling you you're not capable or good enough. But one thing I've learned throughout my life is that we're the ones who really define what we are and aren't capable of. If you really want to do something, even if it seems really hard, and maybe it actually is really hard because everyone has their own abilities and qualities, but if you really want it, if you put in the effort, you can achieve it. Is success guaranteed? Sadly, not everything works out in life. Things don't always go our way. Sometimes, despite our efforts, we can't achieve certain things. But I'm sure that if you try really hard, you definitely have a good chance of succeeding. So here's a tip for you guys: don't give up. Don't give up no matter how much others criticize you. Now, I have a lot of trouble with this one. I've had this problem before when I tried crocheting, counting the stitches. I have to get a little better at this. But from what I see, let me see if I got it. I had 10 foundation stitches, so I would have to have 10 on top as well. I can count either from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that would be correct, or from the bottom. And it's right here at the beginning that I have trouble, because I think that these chain stitches, no. I think this is where it starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. I think I'm making these stitches too tight here, huh? I'm a little lost trying to count this here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Which one? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this right, guys? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if it's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I think that's it. I'm going to stop here. I'll practice more later. I'll rewatch the Club du Crochet class to check my understanding of this part. But now I'm going to turn my work here. I'm going to reposition my hand behind the piece here. I'm going to insert the hook. And like I learned back in class, I'm going to make a chain stitch to add height to act as a single crochet. And then I skip and go to the second one, insert here. Then I pull through these two here from what I understood in the lesson. And I pull. I almost didn't make it through. Come on, buddy. And then there, I made it through. I almost tore this thing up here. So this is it. Look, guys, theory is fundamental to help you understand and gain clarity, but practice is just as fundamental, or I would even say more so, right? Because it's in practice that you'll actually put into action what you learned in theory. So it's essential to be practicing so you can succeed in this mission here. I almost stick the hook right into the base, working on the foundation chains. The coordination part is really strange. I realized that when I did the purse challenge, right? If you haven't watched it yet, check it out on the channel. Oops, I put it in the wrong place here. Instructor Ju challenged me to make a small purse, so I went and did it. It wasn't perfect, I made some mistakes, but at least something came out, right? I tried hard to do it and did what I could. And I had even said that I wanted to keep doing crochet, but then life happens, right? Work goes on, we end up running here and there, and we end up putting aside some things we want that we would like to do. I'm making use of the unexpected free time at work now, and I'm using that time to get back to trying to learn crochet for good. And let's see if I can do it. I might not be doing very well. There are certainly people who start off better than I do, but I'm also sure that there are people who start with as much difficulty as I do, sometimes even more. So don't give up, guys. Don't get discouraged. Sometimes someone who's already good at it, who's been doing it for many years, will want to put you down, say that, yeah, how can you not be able to do it? But that's just how it is. Life is like that. There will always be people trying to discourage you. But the good thing about life is that there will always be someone to encourage you too. So always try to listen to those people who want to encourage you, and also listen to criticism when it's constructive. If someone says, you're doing this slowly due to a mistake, that's constructive criticism. They're trying to help. But if the person just says, oh, you're too slow, and doesn't give you any advice, they just want to put you down. And that's not cool at all. Stay away from that. So I think I made 10 more stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This first one turned out pretty bad, right? I'm having trouble counting these stitches sideways like this, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like there are 10, but is the turning chain here correct? Was it meant to be this way? I don't know if this is how it was supposed to be, but this is how I managed to do it here, guys. Something came out here, right? Later I'll watch the class again and try to understand how to count stitches better. I remember that in the little bag video, it was something I got wrong a lot. Alright? So guys, that was today's video. I really appreciate you paying attention and watching the video.